Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a pretty large Sephora haul, kind of a collective haul over the past couple of months. There has been a lot of new releases lately, and I've kind of been in the stores, ordering online, picking up a few things that I've been wanting to try. So let's go ahead and get started. I do have quite a bit of the stuff on as well, so anything I have on my face today, I will be sharing a little clip of me trying stuff on. Okay, so first thing, I've already kind of featured this in a couple videos because I did buy this when it released. This is from Danessa Myricks. It is their Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. I got one of the tinted ones in shade number 3. They also have some that are like translucent, but I was so curious in trying this one. I do have oily skin, and I was just curious about this being like a balm powder, so I actually tried this all over the face with the tinted as like a foundation, which worked really well. It has this nice little scoop here because it is a balm product, and I've used it as a primer too. Really love this, especially if you guys do have oily skin. Probably not for dry skin because this really keeps oils at bay. I was really impressed. I actually really loved it just as an all over skin tint. It doesn't give much, but gives a little something to the skin, but it just really wowed me like how matte my skin stayed with this product. Next item I picked up, this is kind of a skincare item, and this is from the brand Ilia. This is their See Beyond Triple Serum SPF 40 sunscreen, and I was really kind of curious in trying this one because it's kind of like an all-in-one morning serum. It's like your sunscreen, your vitamin C, your niacinamide all in one, so that had me really curious. Sometimes I'm super lazy with my skincare, so if I could just have one product, I feel like that's amazing. Now this is tone number 1, but I think I read that the tones just kind of self-adjust to basically your skin tone. So basically it doesn't have any coverage. From what I understand it, this is more of a skincare product, not a skin tint or anything like that, because for me it really doesn't add much coverage anywhere. So I've tried this one out a couple of times. You'll see in the demo that I really didn't add any coverage, but the only thing with this formula is it does have a little bit of pilling, especially if you have some dry skin. So if you are using this product, make sure your skin is exfoliated, but I could see that being very annoying for some. I personally don't mind it. I don't notice any pilling once I add like my products for the day, like my foundation and stuff, but it is kind of nice to have an everything in one type of serum. Of course, I've only used this a couple times, so I'm still kind of trying it, but I think that's the one major drawback with this one is the pilling on the skin with it, and it's pretty expensive. I mean, it is a skincare item, but with all those ingredients in it, it just seemed like something nice to add into like my morning routine as like a before makeup or a primer. Next, another sunscreen product I picked up. This is from Supergoop, and I figured I would go ahead and grab their mineral powder. It's called Resetting, and it is a powder SPF, so it has SPF 35. Like I always mention, I am very oily, so I like to have powder with me, and I feel like this is a nice one for the summer so that I can touch up and make sure I'm still getting my SPF with also setting my face. So that's why I grabbed this one. I got the shade Light. There is a slight tint to it, but this is what it looks like. So you twist it up and then you go ahead and dip your brush into the powder. I think it also can come up as well by clicking it, so then you don't have to like dip it in. I think it comes up through this little tube on there as well. I haven't used it yet, so I'm not totally sure, but I think that's how you can get it to work. But yeah, since it's summer, I'm trying to have as much sunscreen as possible, so I figured I'd pick this up and use as just my touch-up powder throughout the day. Okay, I did buy a bunch of different kind of cream products here. I've been really into the cream blushes, cream bronzers lately. So we have this from Makeup by Mario. Originally, I had said I was not going to purchase this because I was very confused on what exactly this was, and now we've kind of learned that it's basically like a cream bronzer, but they call it a transforming skin enhancer. So it's called an all over warming complexion tint, and by that tint I really thought it was like a skin tint balm, so that's why I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy this. But now I don't know, it's just a fancy name for a cream bronzer. This is a very luminous one. I did buy the shade Light Medium. I did apply this on my cheeks today, and I do like the color, but it is more of that glowy finish, but it is more of like a sheer finish. It blends out really easily too, but it has a little bit of a glow. So there has been a lot of new cream bronzers lately. You guys know I've been talking about the new Charlotte Tilbury one. I've tried the new Chanel medium tone. This one's definitely on the more luminous side compared to those. I prefer more of the matte finish personally, but if you want more of a glow, you might want to go ahead and check out the Skin Enhancer. Okay, and with with that, I decided to pick up a new cream bronzer brush. I wanted to try this from Saie, and I do have the Saie like Sun Melt, I think it's called, cream bronzer, and they always recommend using this brush with it. It's called the Big Brush Multi-Use Buffer and Blender, and it actually is a really great brush for creams. It's pretty stiff, so you can definitely really pack on the product. For the first couple of times I tried it, I have really enjoyed this one. I think it's a really nice shape for the cream bronzer. I used it with the Makeup by Mario one today, and I think it came out amazing. I did pick up some cream cheek products as well here. So the first thing, I've been waiting for this color to come back from Patrick Ta. It is part of their Double Take Cream and Powder blushes. He did come out with, I would say, 3 new, because some of them aren't new, shades in the singles at least earlier this year. 2 of them were already in the big blush palette he did for holidays, but this color was a new one, and I've been wanting to get it for so long, but it's been sold out. This is She's Blushing. They do have this available online. I don't think many stores carry this color, but I really wanted to try this one because it looked like a nice kind of medium tone. With these, Patrick recommends doing the powder first. These are extremely pigmented, so that's going to be your matte color, and then you add on the glowy cream blush on top to add in more kind of shine. So it looks like that all together. Insanely pigmented, a little much for me. I went a little overboard on it because I used the wrong brush for the powder for sure. I used a more dense brush because that's usually what I use for creams, and that works great with a cream, but for the powder, it's so pigmented, you're gonna want more of a fluffier brush for that so that it doesn't disperse too much product on at once. But it's crazy pigmented if you guys are looking for that. I always love his formula. I think he has one of the best like cream blush formulas, and I like that you could even just wear the powder alone too if you want and you don't want to do the cream one day. But yeah, the She's Blushing color, that one is stunning. And then next up, this also finally came back in stock. This has been out of stock for a while. The Nars Liquid Blush in Orgasm. I've been wanting to pick this one up for probably a year or so now. This one went viral the same time as like the Charlotte Tilbury ones. And I figured I would grab this and see what it's all about. I do love these lighter pink tones. And I really like this liquid one because it actually doesn't have shimmer like the Orgasm powder blush does. This is just like a light pink to me, and I think it's gonna be perfect on the cheeks. This is definitely my kind of tone. I can't wait to try this one out. I was a little bit worried if I would like it, but yeah, I'm not really getting any like shine from this. I could see it being pretty if they did add just a little bit of gold sparkle, but this does not look like the regular Orgasm shade at all in my opinion. But I'm kind of glad because I don't know, that one's a little bit more like corally on me, and it's not always the prettiest. So I think I'm really gonna like this in the liquid blush form. And then one more liquid blush here. This is from Saie again, and I've just heard nonstop rave reviews on these. This is the Dew Blush Liquid Cheek Flush here in Rosy. I just had to go ahead and try one. I feel like everyone says these are some of the best. Now this looks a little bit more orange than rose. We'll see how it swatches, but yeah, so this is kind of similar to like the Rare Beauty ones, but not quite as pigmented. It has a little bit of a glow to it, a little more sheer, and you can definitely blend that out for a more natural flush to the cheeks. So I guess it has a little bit of, I would just say this is kind of a rose mixed with a little bit of peach in there. It's not like a true rose in my opinion, but I think I'm gonna like the color anyway. But yeah, I'm really excited to try this on the cheeks. I hope it still has some good pigment because I don't like it necessarily when my cream blushes just like blend to nothing. I do like to have some pigment there, so hopefully that'll work well. But I do have some high hopes for this one because I've just been hearing such good things. And then I also bought another cream bronzer. This is literally the video of cream cheek products, but I've been loving testing out different brands, different formulas. This is my first product from Westman Atelier, and I think everyone kind of recommended trying out their Face Trace Contour Stick as one of their best products. I chose the shade Biscuit because this looked like a really pretty cool tone. So this is what the packaging looks like. Westman Atelier is a newer brand on Sephora. It's a little bit more luxury, and I really like the packaging of this. So this is what it looks like, and this definitely looks like a more cool tone color for sure, and it just like rolls up. That's what it looks like. I cannot wait to try that one on the cheeks and see how the formula is. Let me know if you guys are a fan of the Westman Atelier line. I feel like they had a new powder come out recently that looked really interesting. So I may have to get some more things from them if I end up really liking this cream bronzer. Next product I picked up, this is from Huda Beauty. I was so excited to see that they were launching new concealers. So this is the Faux Filter Luminous Matte Liquid Concealer. And I love the name of mine. I got the shade Cotton Candy. So cute. This is like the perfect shade for my skin tone. I could go a little bit lighter if I wanted to, but this one blends in really well. I am liking the formula a lot so far, just off of first impression. It's the first time I'm wearing it today, but I feel like I got a really good coverage from it, and it sets down really nice. It's not dry and it's not too wet where it's going to kind of move around on the face, but it also doesn't enhance any lines. I feel like it looks really good under there, and it's set really nicely. So far so good with the Huda Beauty concealer. This one might be a new favorite from them. Okay, I do have quite a bit of House Lab stuff. Now, I did an entire video on this line. I was just really curious and checking things out, and I thought the prices were okay on most of the products. Besides the cheek stuff, those are a little bit expensive, but I have a full dedicated review on House Labs at Sephora if you guys are curious. So I'm just gonna kind of run through these fairly quickly, but I picked up one of each item. First thing being their Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. I absolutely love the packaging on this. This is shade Light Level 3. Really enjoyed this bronzer. I feel like the shade was perfect. It has a really nice creamy formula almost. It's still a powder, but it just blends so beautifully. It feels so soft to the touch. I've been really loving this one so far. I think it's gorgeous. And then we have the highlight in the collection. The shade I got is Sunstone. Again, beautiful packaging on this little holographic moment. And you have the H embossed in there. And this highlight I also think is very beautiful. A little pricey for what it is, just because I feel like people aren't wearing a ton of highlighter these days. It's not too overly pigmented, but I would say it's kind of a nice in between. But those are the two swatches of the cheek products. I also have their House Labs The Edge Precision Brow Pencil. This is a really good brow pencil. I could definitely see myself repurchasing this one. It's the perfect color. I love the fine tip on it. I think it matches awesome, and it does such a good job with my brows. I can be more picky when it comes to brow pencils, and this one was excellent. Now, I know in the previous House Labs line that was available on Amazon, there is the same brow pencil. So I think it's the same formula too. Most of the other products are new to the line though, but this one might just be repackaged. Another pre-existing item from House Labs was the lip oils. I did go ahead and pick out one of the new ones here. It's called the PhD Hybrid Lip Oil. The shade is Tint. Really loved this formula as well. These have a really pretty tint to the lips. This was the most gorgeous, like berry pink, but not being like too saturated. I love the color it gives. I really like the formula of these, and I would definitely recommend these lip oils. They are so pretty. I also picked up two of these little pigments. So these are the high power pigment paints. I got one shimmery one and one matte. So the first shimmery one is Rose Gold Shimmer. I did try this one in my review. I think that these are pretty nice, especially in the shimmer formula. They are gorgeous on the lids, especially this one right here. This is just a really nice kind of everyday, quick 5-minute makeup, throw on your eyelids, you're ready to go kind of color. It's not super glittery or shimmery though, so it doesn't show up like super pigmented, if that makes sense, at least with this color. So I wish it had just a little bit more oomph to it, but overall I am pleased with the formula of the shimmer. Now today I did try out the matte one. I picked out this matte brown called Cocoa Matte just because I like a nice matte brown all over the lid sometimes, but I was just a little bit more disappointed in this matte formula because it was a little hard to blend out if you're just wearing this alone on the eyes. They are pretty liquidy at first, but they do start drying down, and I don't feel like they layer so well on top of each other because I was trying to blend out the crease a little bit so I didn't have such harsh lines, and then it was getting really patchy. I had to layer it up a little bit, so it was just a little bit harder to work with, I think, but the shimmer seemed to be a lot better for me. So maybe this would be better if you're just like getting one of the crazy colors to maybe do some fun graphic liner with. I don't know, that's not really something I do a ton. but maybe I would just stick with the shimmers. I mean, I feel like these are really hard to formulate or something with these mattes, because I had the same problems with the ones from Too Faced that they have from their Melted Chocolate line. Those dried so quick. This one's not quite as bad as that, but it still did not want to blend out when I went in with like some of my crease brushes to kind of blend that color. I even grabbed like a powder to blend with it. But yeah, it's just a little bit patchy, so I'm not like fully obsessed with that one. And then lastly, from Haus Labs, I just tried out this Le Monster lip crayon as well in the shade Mocha Matte. I feel like this is definitely more of a fall color for me. It's a little out there. I'm usually more into the lighter nudes, especially for summer, but I could see this being a favorite during the fall time. Formula is nice. It is a matte, but it's not uncomfortable or drying, and it's extremely lightweight on the lips. I can barely feel that anything is there. And that's just a quick overview of the stuff I bought from Haus Labs. I also picked up a new mascara from Tarte, and I'm thoroughly impressed with this one. I do have this one on today. Right before this launch, Tarte did a couple like Instagram reels on this mascara, and I was so intrigued. It looked so good on the lashes, and I just had to pick it up, and I'm not disappointed, at least based off of first impressions. And this is a tubing mascara. I know recently Callie Ray also came out with a tubing mascara at Sephora, and I'm thinking I like this one a lot better. I just feel like I get the results right away. My lashes look long, they look separated, which is what I really like, and it builds nicely. But so far, I really like this formula. I feel like mascara is something that Tarte does really well. I also spotted these new Glamnetic lashes online, and I had to try them. I like the Glamnetic lashes, but the band on them is a little bit long for me, and I don't like to trim them because sometimes I feel like that messes up the magnet on them. So I saw they came out with half lashes, so I had to try them. So I actually got the ones in Precious. There was another one as well that I got. I already tried them on. I'm not sure how I feel about them quite yet. I need to try them because I used like a really old liner, the magnetic liner, and I feel like that was like not making them stick very well, so I need to try it with a fresh one. They are pretty short though, just keep that in mind. Pretty natural looking. They just kind of give a little wisp to the end of the lashes, so I still need to try these a bit more with a fresh magnetic liner from them. I feel like these could be really nice, especially for filming and doing videos, just to pop on, just to add a little bit more length to the lashes and being like a shorter band if you guys have smaller eyes. All right, next product I got is this Fenty Skin Lip Oil. So I was really curious in trying this one out. It's called the Cherry Lip Oil, but I have to say I was a little disappointed in this. Coming from, I think they have their Cherry Gloss, which is part of the plumping line. This has no pigment. This is just basically a clear lip oil. The formula is nice. I don't feel like it sticks around on the lips too long though, like maybe an hour or so, and then it kind of dissipates. But I was really hoping that this would have a little bit of a tint, a little something, and it doesn't even smell like cherries. So I don't know. I was a little bit disappointed in that. I expected a little bit more from Fenty. I usually really love their lip products. Personally, I would buy the Haus Labs one over this, especially if you want a little bit of color, but this is literally just clear. It does have the similar applicator though to the Dior, which is super popular, but yeah, that's what it looks like. I also picked up a new mini primer. I was going to use this today. Totally forgot. The Milk Makeup. This one is their Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. So I thought this would be nice for my oily skin and see how it does for me. I'm not usually a big primer person because I feel like it doesn't do a whole lot. Typically, I would rather just use my skincare products to prep my skin, but I am super curious about using this one, and maybe I could try it with like a more glowy foundation. I did buy the mini. That's something I like about Milk, is they always have minis and everything, and so then I can just like try before spending the full amount on the full size. So I'm excited to give that one a shot. I also restocked on my one size powder. I've been missing this one. I have like a mini size. I've been using the Huda Beauty one a lot, and I still love that powder, but I wanted to go back to this one a bit too. I just needed to buy a restock, and I don't know, it's just been taking me a while, but I had a gift card for Sephora, so I figured I'll just go ahead and grab it now. But this is such a good one too. Again, if you guys have more oily skin, I love the packaging on this one as well, with the little balloon letters here. It's so pretty. But yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite setting powders. It keeps me matte all day. blurs the skin, just perfection. And then last but not least, I did go ahead and grab this new Fenty Skin item. Again, I'm kind of new to the Fenty Skin thing, but this has been getting some great reviews, so I had to give it a shot. It's called Cookies and Clean Detox Face Mask. It's supposed to be good for acne-prone skin. So yeah, it helps refine pores and it targets excess oil with the clay in here. And it doesn't smell like cookies and cream. It is unscented, which is probably a good thing, but it just kind of looks like cookies and cream. Like, if you guys know that cookies and cream pudding, that's what it looks like. So I'm going to try that out as well. I feel like I haven't been buying much skincare lately, and this will be my first thing from Fenty Skin besides the lip oil, but I feel like that doesn't count because it's kind of like the regular line, but an actual skincare product. So that's actually everything in this Sephora haul. I feel like this has been really long and I've been talking forever now. I hope you guys enjoyed it though. And let me know if you guys have picked up anything recently. Let me know anything you are really curious about if you want to see product updates on what I think. I need to film another one of those soon, so let me know. But thanks so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.